Hey everyone, I am Justin, and that is Kyle, and we are the Fantasy Football Side. That's today we're.
If you're just
to
listening to us, you're very confused already.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Thank you for the look, Kyle. That was just beautiful, Clark. Thank you. Today we're coming to you with a new installment of our Midsummer Mock Week. We are doing a 12-team full PPR mock. This is our first 12-team full PPR one that we've done so far. So
all these this week, other than the standard, has been new for the season so far. So
absolutely, yeah. If you want to check those out, go ahead and take a look at the description below. We have all those, and then Kyle's pointing right now. If you can't see right now, Kyle's pointing up to the corner.
Now, yeah,
click there.
Yeah, click there now.
So we're doing this, Midsummer Mock Week because we want to help you guys win. Want to help you win your league and win your draft. And that's what this is. We're hoping that you take a little bit from this. We want to help you dominate and win your draft to win your league. So if you want to learn how to draft to win and what moves to make during the season, hey, hit that subscribe button right now.
Yeah.
Click the bell if you're watching on YouTube and give us a thumbs up or a comment. Once again, if you leave a comment, we'll mention you.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
We'll respond.
If you want to shout out, we'll respond. One of us will. So Kyle, what else do you have for us?
Hey, you can subscribe on YouTube to us, but you can also subscribe to us on the podcasting platforms, guys, and you can make sure that we're downloaded every time we drop a new episode. Yep. Maybe these mock drafts aren't as entertaining on those, but I don't know. You can listen to us be fools for a little bit, and you could give us grief about what picks we make and don't make. That's entirely up to you. I'm leaving it up to you. That's your choice. Whatever you want to do with it, that's up to you guys.
Right.
But hey, look, we're trying to make things fun, and we'll see what we can do for you. All right. So what we are going to do today, like you said, is a 12-team full PPR. I'm just getting ready here to share my screen. Mm-hmm. And we are going to go through. We didn't mention it last episode, but this episode, as well as the last one, we are doing one pick per round. So we're sharing the pick. Two of us are going to deliberate, and it's going to kind of give you a little bit of a flavor for how we build our roster, how we differ in building our roster, the sort of strategies that we're using in each style of league. All right. So as you can see, based on my roster, based on my screen right now, we're doing this season PPR snake draft basic opponent logic, and we're going to randomize for a 12-team. We've got second here. We've done second before, but not recently, and we haven't done it in PPR. So we'll see what we've got from there. All right. As far as picks go, we've got 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 6 bench spots. We've dropped the defense and kicker. We're not picking them. We're not saying don't have them in your league or whatever. We're just saying we're not going to pick them and waste your time.
We always wait till the last 2 rounds anyway. So it's one of those things where we just want to keep it quick for you guys.
Yeah. And we tossed a clock onto this one, keep it moving faster that way for you. I think we got a little bit long last time, and so we wanted to speed things along. Yep. So let's go ahead and hit it here. As far as drafting against, we're just putting the standard expert consensus rankings from Fantasy Pros in there, and that incorporates both Fantasy Football Calculator as well as Fantrax, and that's what we're doing, guys.
Yep.
All right. So first one off the board, as you could expect, is Christian McCaffrey. All right. So we've got our pick of the litter as far as running back 1. That's my opinion. We go running back here. If we were going to go wide receiver, it would be Michael Thomas. And if you could guarantee me that he's going to have 150 catches again this year, sure, I'll take Michael Thomas here.
Maybe if the other running backs came off the board, maybe we're in the 6th pick or something like that. And the ones that you see on the left there, the Saquons and Ezekiel, Alvin Kamara, and Dalvin Cook are gone. Mm-hmm. Then maybe you can justify a Michael Thomas pick, but that's kind of hard to really justify a wide receiver, even in a PPR. But this is Saquon, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think that either of us has any question about that. He's the guy to take here in this
let's
spot.
just go ahead and do that.
He's been consistent, and he's coming into his prime here, guys. He really is.
Yeah.
So this is, if there's anybody who's going to finish running back 1 like that, I think it's him. If there's anybody who's going to steal that, All right, let's run through the draft board if you want here. You want to read these
I can
off?
do that real quick. So after the Saquon, we had Alvin Kamara, Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Michael Thomas came off the board there at 6th pick, like I said. Devontae Adams, Julio Jones, Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Kenyon Drake ended our first round, and then we came back around. We had DeAndre Hopkins, Lamar Jackson, first QB off the board already. Goodness, don't be that
and that's
guy.
even more. Yeah, and it's even more harsh. That
don't be that guy.
It's even more harsh that what you're looking at is a PPR league.
Yeah,
right? And you're taking a QB in the second round, top of the second round. All right, keep it
so
going.
Chris Godwin, Miles Sanders, Allen Robinson, Austin Eckler, Travis Kelce, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, George Kittle.
No.
And then now we were up 11th pick over or second round.
Yeah, second round 11th pick. Here we go. All right. So what are they telling us we should take? They say Josh Jacobs. I like that too.
Look at his all
Kenny
tied for
Galladay.
3 here. All tied. Josh Jacobs, Kenny Galladay, Patrick Mahomes. 28%.
I'm not going to take Mahomes here. That's a bad.
No.
Move. That's a bad move, guys. Don't do that. I don't know how many times we have to use this drop.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Right. Don't take a QB in the second round. I don't care that he just signed a $400 million plus contract. It could work out to like $507 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He would be the first 10-year plus contract guy to actually do well.
Right.
Like really it hasn't worked out well. I like Patrick Mahomes too. But
I know you do.
I also really
we got 30 seconds real quick.
Josh Jacobs and Kenny Galladay. I like both of those. I like Mike Evans.
But we still have wide receiver. We also have Mike Evans available, DJ Moore, Juju Smith, OBJ. So we have some wide receiver options. I kind of recommend Josh Jacobs. So that's like the last tier, upper tier running back, in my opinion.
Look, we only got 2 more picks going off the board before we pick.
Exactly.
We're going to get a pick of the litter as far as
wide receiver.
I keep using that phrase, right? We're going to get a wide receiver that we want. Galladay and Evans both went off the board.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. I mean, once again, with DJ Moore, he's the number one, wide receiver on that team, even though Christian McCaffrey's there. OBJ, Juju, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen. I mean, we're probably going wide receiver here. What would you think?
I would probably go with either DJ Moore or Amari Cooper. I think I would lean. I don't know. What would you think between those two?
So I like Amari Cooper, but he's just so inconsistent. I mean, yes, I get it.
I think last year he got hurt. I think that was where the inconsistency came in.
Yeah, but
I think he's got more challenge.
Inconsistent throughout his career. Yes, he had.
Yeah, I agree.
Carr throwing in the ball. Now he's got Dak Prescott. Dak.
Yeah.
It's tough. I would prefer DJ Moore after what you went through that episode of going into DJ Moore and what that offense could look like under Matt Rule. I'm cool with him being our wide receiver 1 because we're probably going to come back around and have another great wide receiver that we're going to be able to pick, or even a running back that could be in our flex.
Yeah, we'll see. I think there will be a lot of. I think there's a lot of picks that are going to go off the board between this pick and the next pick for us. So this is the challenge pick, right? And so we've got to get somebody who we really truly believe in here.
Yeah,
I think we both believe in DJ Moore.
Yep.
To get it done this year. So yeah. Let's see what happens here, guys. Okay.
I can run these off real
quick
for us.
So Thielen there.
Yeah, so after our DJ Moore pick, it was Adam Thielen, Mark Andrews, Patrick Mahomes, Juju Smith-Schuster, OBJ, Zach Ertz, Dak Prescott, Mari Cooper, Cooper Kupp, and then Clyde Edwards-Helaire finished off that third round. So on the turn, we had Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods, Leonard Fournette, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, Cortland Sutton, DK Metcalf, and Melvin Gordon. So a bit of a run on wide receiver, Kyle. So I'm kind of glad we went with that DJ Moore pick.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping someone like a Robert Woods would kind of drop to us again. Of course, that was the hope.
Yeah,
but I think he's gonna have a really good year this year. So
yeah.
But we have a couple guys here, wide receiver, if we want to go with that.
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of guys here, wide receiver. Yeah. Really, truly, there really is. I mean, it's kind of crazy what's still sitting down here on the board. There's a lot of volume guys.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's not going to get a whole lot of volume. We're looking
yeah.
full PPR, and we really want to get a lot of targeting. I think that we need to double check our running backs and tight ends right now as well, because we want to make sure that we're not passing on a guy who's going to get a lot of pass game volume as well, like he's running back one or something.
Right.
Maybe David Johnson would be that guy. James Conner is, but I don't like Conner.
Just for injury risk, he doesn't like Connor,
yeah.
not as a human being.
Yeah, no. And at tight end
we
right
already
now,
had 4 tight ends already come off the board.
Yeah, tight end right now I'm passing.
Yeah, we'll wait on that.
Just because the position's inconsistent, but also I'm more than happy to take Hayden Hurst in an offense that's going to throw 700 times in a PPR league.
Yeah.
So
if you don't have one of the top threes drop to you when it comes to tight end,
20 seconds here. So what do you want to do?
Just keep it. I would actually look at those first 3 wide receivers there: Lockett, DJ Chark, Devontae Parker. DJ Chark finished as 11th best wide receiver last year, but so
I
did
say we go
Devontae
Chark
Parker.
here. I say we go Chark.
We haven't done that before.
I like Parker. Let's see what happens.
Parker might be able to come back on around. You never know.
And he does.
Well, there you go.
So Terry McLaurin and Chris Carson go off the board. I like Parker, especially in a PPR situation, because look, even with Preston Williams, he was getting between 9 and 11 targets a game.
Yeah.
When Preston Williams went down, he was getting roughly 11 to 13 targets a game. And the guy scores. He's a machine. And
is there a guy
there's one guy who showed how to beat Stephon Gilmore last year, and it was Devontae Parker. As far as running backs go, David Johnson is there, Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery, Kareem Hunt's further down the board,
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah. But they're just, as far as PPR, I've got those guys pushed down the board a little bit. I think I would still stick with the wide receiver here.
Is there another DJ we can choose? Because now we had DJ Moore and DJ Chark.
I don't know.
Is there any other DJs?
DJ Dallas? Is there a DJ Dallas? I think there is, isn't there?
There is.
You know what? Throw it in the comments, guys. Who's the DJ that we should have picked in the 5th round that we missed out on? I think, okay, so I'm between Devontae Parker. I do like Jarvis Landry a little bit here too, just to be kind of contrarian,
absolutely.
just because the man's a target hog, or David Johnson. So I'm looking at David Johnson and Devontae Parker primarily. Those are my guys at this point. I would take James Conner. I would take him. But I think I would take David Johnson over him.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm right there with you when it comes to those.
I know he can catch. I know he can catch passes, and I know Deshaun Watson can throw them pretty good. So I feel comfortable with that. The only question mark there is Bill O'Brien and Bill O'Brien brain. So, what do you think? Where are you going to go with this? What do you want?
I think to be able to get Devontae Parker as our 3rd wide receiver is a stellar value right here.
Yeah, and it's a D. He starts with a D. So we didn't get the J, but we did get the D.
Whoa, easy killer.
Sorry about that. A little bit blue. If you like that joke, hit a like, guys. Give us a like.
I don't think you even meant to.
I didn't mean that one, but we'll yes, I did. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah,
MB. After, I'll let you collect your thoughts there.
All right.
We'll have a cigarette. So after the Devontae Parker pick, we had T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Lockett, Stephon Diggs, James Conner, A.J. Green, David Johnson, Deontay Johnson, Darren Waller. Can you go over just a little bit?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Jonathan Taylor.
I was still
Tyler
thinking
Boyd,
about that really amazing joke.
Tyler Boyd was the end of the 5th, so at the beginning of the 6th, we had Jarvis Landry, Devin Singletary, Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks, Tariq Cohen, Kyler Murray, Julian Edelman, Marquise Brown, Debo Samuel, and Russell Wilson. So okay, I am so
Debo.
I'm so happy that we took Devontae Parker, because look at that run of wide receivers.
Yeah,
and that next round, those wide receivers are no bueno, and yet we still have Gallup and Marvin Jones are passed up.
Yeah, Gallup and Jones are sitting there. Kirk is sitting there. Anthony Miller's still there. I slate him a tier further down than the 3 of those guys. A lot of people like Will Fuller because DeAndre Hopkins is gone, but come on, Brandon Cooks is there now. So
But
look,
we still have David Johnson though available,
yeah,
I
you've
believe, don't
got
we?
Gallup, Jones,
No, wait, David Johnson
Kirk.
was picked. My
I
bad.
think, yeah.
David Montgomery.
Kareem Hunt would be an appropriate pick here, and if we're looking anywhere else, maybe Cam Akers as a pass catching
Why
guy.
not David
But
Montgomery? I get
yeah,
it. It's
David
full
Montgomery.
PPR, but he gets volume, man. And they
Yeah,
keep
but we're
saying they
looking
want to
at
throw him the ball
a
more.
guy who might end up in our flex spot, right? That's where we
Yeah.
are
Yep.
looking right now, because we've got 2 running backs, and you and I both favor having that flex guy. My thought would be get Kareem Hunt, who's going to catch the pass work. He's good for 11 touches a game,
15
right?
seconds.
I say we go there, and any of the 3 guys at wide receiver on the next pick are going to be available.
Okay.
So that's my thought.
Go for a Kareem Hunt. I would have gone David Montgomery just because of what the volume that you're going to be able to get
Sure.
out of him. But you're kind of splitting hairs when it comes to those two right there.
Yeah. So we've
Michael
got
Gallup, Evan Ingram.
So look, yeah, we can double
Amos.
check tight end in the 7th round here. I'm still kind of holding out. Yeah. I mean, in PPR, I like Higbee, but I don't know. I mean, my concern is there's not enough there. Maybe
I
if
think
they
I like
go
Higbee
back,
more than a non-PPR.
yeah, if they go back to like
The
not running, if
non-12
they,
first round.
yeah. So and I, like I said, I'd take Hayden Hurst, or I think that there's going to be a good amount of work for Blake Jarwin, Mike Gesicki. Yeah, we've already got Devontae Parker on the team. Where I'm looking right now, I think, is Marvin Jones. I mean, we both
Marvin Jones or
to
Christian
land on
Kirk.
Jones, right?
Yeah, we always seem to land on Marvin Jones, and I just think he's just such a good value that's the reason why we keep landing on Marvin Jones, is because people are fading him. Maybe it's just because
both of those
plays for the Detroit
offenses.
Lions.
Yeah, both of those offenses.
We don't have
Arizona
Kenny
and Detroit.
Golladay, do we?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I double checked. I peeped. But his name doesn't start with D, so we're probably okay.
So we're good.
Yeah,
we're going to pick Darvin Jones.
Darvin Jones of the Detroit Lions.
Hey, there you go.
There you go. I don't know. I'm fine with either of those picks. Look, both of those offenses are going to throw the ball. But one of those offenses, I think, has a better running back, and that's Arizona. Yeah. And it's a running back who is going to participate in the passing game. They're going to try to get 70 passes thrown a game, but that Detroit's going to have 5,000 yards, and Marvin Jones is going to go for over 1,000, and he's going to have 8+ TDs,
plus touchdowns. Yeah.
So that's where I'm going.
That's
our first
bench, our first wide receiver reserve. That's incredible.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we lose now. Mostert's gone. Montgomery's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady went.
So after Marvin Jones, we had Hunter Henry, Will Fuller, Raheem Mostert, Mark Ingram, Christian Kirk, Emmanuel Sanders, CeeDee Lamb, David Montgomery. He hit over just a little bit.
You don't tell me what to do.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee at the end of the 7th, and Ron at the beginning of the 8th. Man, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go on your soapbox again.
No, I'm not gonna. But man, he should not be inside the top 10 rounds.
No,
he really shouldn't.
So
although what I will say is that seeing all the green on this board, I know we have to probably go QB here.
Probably. So after that, Darius Slayton, John Brown, Cam Akers, Matt Ryan, DeAndre Swift, Josh Allen, Jamison Crowder, #Twami, and then Sterling Shepard. So yeah, we're 11th pick in the 8th round.
And we still have, I'm guessing that there's
Stafford. Carson Wentz and Drew Brees are still
available. Yeah. Well, let's pass on it at least one more pick. Right.
Yeah, let's see what the suggestions are. We got minute 5 left.
Drew Brees, James White, Anthony Miller, Mike Williams. That's where they're at. As far as running back, what's sitting there is James White, Geis, Ronald Jones is hiding down there. Now, we passed last time on Ronald Jones.
Maybe we shouldn't pass on him. I mean, to have him as our 4th running back would be pretty solid.
That would be solid, but I think that we can take a QB here. I think we're going to have. Well, no, I mean, I think, I think we should check out wide receiver, see where we are. Maybe tight end as well.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Anthony Miller's good. I don't know that say that I need him over what's there behind him.
Yeah, I don't think the value is right there.
I do like Hayden Hurst, and he's at the top of the list sitting here right now.
Here, let's just go ahead and grab Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, let's do that. And then maybe QB on the way back here. And then I think Ronald Jones will fall to the next round, maybe.
Possibly.
All right, so Drew Brees finally went. I think we have to go Stafford here. Wentz is available. And if we want to please fantasy pros, then we take Carson Wentz. I'm just concerned about that passing game. The wide receiver room is a little bit thin still. What do you think? Well, I know you like Wentz a little bit better than I do.
I do. They're thin at healthy wide receivers or wide receivers that can stay healthy throughout the whole season. That's the issue because they do have wide receivers now. I mean, they still have Alshon Jeffrey. They still have Deshaun Jackson. They drafted Jalen Reagor. They had a trade for Marquise Goodwin from the 49ers. They have Greg Ward, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, he was a second-round pick last year. I mean, people are already – I was talking to somebody on Twitter today, and, you know, they were like, well, what happens if Deshaun Jackson gets released? Well, you know, Jalen Reagor, oh, my gosh. But what about JJ? I mean, he can fill right into that Alshon Jeffrey. Who says that Alshon Jeffrey is going to stay healthy?
He hasn't almost his entire career.
I mean, somebody was like, well, he played all –
You know what? Look, I'll let you – if you want to have Wentz, I'll let you take Wentz here. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, you want to go. I think we go QB here because I don't think we can wait. We've
gone Matthew Stafford quite a few in our mock drafts, so let's just mix it up a little bit and let's just do Carson Wentz.
Yeah, and look, folks, we're in the 9th round in a PPR league.
Look at that value pick.
And we're getting Carson Wentz.
And we just had to debate between two QBs that could be top 5 possibly.
All right, so there's a run on wide receiver.
I'll let you run.
All right, we got James White, Ronald Jones. It keeps getting picked up, man.
Jeez. It hears us.
It does. I think it does. Jerry Jeudy, Matt Breida, Mike Williams, Damian Williams, Anthony Miller goes off the board. Golden Tate, J.K. Dobbins, Phillip Lindsay, Darrell Henderson, Jordan Howard, Keyshawn Vaughn. Well, at least it wasn't back-to-back picks for Ronald Jones and Keyshawn Vaughn there, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Curtis Samuel, Latavius Murray, Justin Jefferson, Preston Williams, Henry Ruggs, Mecole Hardman, and Robbie Anderson. So we're not going back to tight end or QB. We just spent those, and we're not touching them again, guys.
Real quick. We got a minute 15 here.
All right, so we're full up on our lineup. We've got 4 wide receivers, 3 running backs, I believe, right? Yeah, because Kareem Hunt's our 3rd QB tight end. So we're not concerned about buys, guys. No. Just ignore buys. Come on. Worry about buys later. So wide receiver is pretty darn thin, man.
Yeah, that's not
glad that we're top heavy. I'm glad we're top heavy at wide receiver.
Let's hit running back.
There's been a lot off the wide receivers. So now is the time to capitalize potentially on some depth at running back that could be solid.
Sonny Michel is decent when he's on the field.
The field.
That's just the issue is they love to run him out goal line carries. I mean, he always is near the top of goal line carries per game. It's just
but are they going to get down there this year?
That's the issue.
Newton and Stidham, and Newton's going to be sniping some of those goal line opportunities. I mean, Mac is RB1 out of there. I don't know. I think that we go actually. Oh God, I don't know. N'Keal Harry's my bet here.
Let's just do N'Keal Harry. Gives us a little time.
Yeah,
we like N'Keal Harry at this point, anyways. In the 10th round,
Sony Michel goes off the board, and then Jalen Reagor, and then I think we come back to running back. And my attitude would be Zach Moss. That's where I am. I know it's down the board. It's going to hit us on that a little bit, but Zach Moss is the running back 1 on that team. I don't care what anybody tells me.
Zach Moss or even Boston Scott, because he does a little bit of both as well.
But he's gonna get 30% of the carries. Zach Moss is gonna get first and second down, and then he's gonna hold series.
And he's gonna get goal line carries as well.
Yeah. And Miles Sanders takes goal line carries, and so does Boston Scott. But
now, if your league is only like
here's one thing to consider.
I would like Marlon Mack. He's going to lose his job after about 6 or 7 games.
Yeah,
sadly.
that's the reason that I'm passing on him and Kerryon Johnson as well.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Tevin Coleman. I think that the job out there is Raheem Mostert's, and I think they're going to settle on that. I think he'll get a good amount. I just can't guarantee enough.
No.
I can't imagine what it's going to be.
He'll have a couple big games and then do nothing for the next
One
few.
thing I did want to mention, if we're debating between Moss and Boston Scott, is that we do have Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
And so there is the possibility here of a QB running back stack. QB wide receiver stacks are great. QB running back stack, not as great, but he's a pass catching back. You're in a full PPR. So there is that opportunity. Another thing is Zach Moss is getting first and second downs. He's not necessarily slated for third downs when passing opportunities increase.
Yeah.
Right. So in a PPR situation, I think in the end, better bet here is Boston Scott.
I say Boston Scott, just like you just said. I mean, we had a little more upside when it comes to catching the ball right now.
Yeah.
And you never know. Zach Moss could come back around.
Another guy to consider also is Duke Johnson. He is the passing back.
Yes.
The pass receiving back down in Houston. He's got the job. He's really good at it too. We know that. He just doesn't get the volume. But where do you want to go here, Scott?
Let's just do Scott.
All right. Hit us up down there in the comments if you think we missed on that one, guys. It's a good debate there. There's 3 guys that we think are really worth considering there. If you think one of the other guys is somebody that we should consider, why don't you let us know? All right. After that, we got
Boston Scott. We had Kerryon Johnson, Tevin Coleman, Jared Cook, Marlon Mack, Austin Hooper, Duke Johnson, Mike Gesicki, Brashard Perriman, Alexander Madison, Alshon Jeffrey. Beginning of the 13th round, Tony Pollard, Deshaun Jackson, Nyheim Hines, Zach Moss, Daniel Jones, Adrian Peterson, Sammy Watkins, Justin Jackson, Antonio Gibson, Anthony McFarland Jr. So we're 11th pick of the 12th round. So our Zach Moss pick went. So that happens.
Yeah, and I'm just looking back at our board here. We've got 5 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 5 wide receivers. Yeah, it's getting pretty thin here.
I wonder if what wide receiver looks like right now. I wonder.
We're looking at Lazard, Renfro, Paris Campbell, Michael Pittman, Larry Fitzgerald. I like all those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are all solid guys that if you had an injury, you could stick one of those guys in. The rest of them are you're waiting for something to happen. Once you get past those guys, you're waiting for something to change. Maybe D.D. Westbrook, he's up there too. I wouldn't put him in the same. I mean, I guess I would. I like Lazard, Renfro, Fitzgerald, Westbrook. I like all those guys. The Indy guys, I'm not as sure of what exactly is happening there just yet. I need to see something more. As far as running back goes.
Ooh, A.J. Dillon's still available.
Yeah, A.J. Dillon's there. Damian Harris is there. Durant Evans is there. We're
talking about PPR.
Yeah. A.J. Dillon's not necessarily the guy who's going to be getting pass work. He's the bruiser. It's Durant Evans. Yeah. I think Evans will be there on our 13th pick if we want him. Okay. I think instead what we do is we take one of these guys because I think it's getting thin at wide receiver.
What about Allen Lazard then?
I think we do Allen Lazard. We pass on A.J. Dillon because we're going to pass on him.
Okay.
Regardless if he falls here. So Chase Edmonds and then Noah Fant. So that's the second tight end on that board there, guys. Pass. Don't take 2 tight ends. Don't do that.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
All right. So what we've got left now, I think, is we go after Durant Evans here.
Yep. He should be that third. Well, he'll get some of the pass catching. I wouldn't really say he's a third down back because they still want to have Derrick Henry on some of those third downs as well.
I think they're going to split series a little bit is what they'll end up doing.
Well, they're going to want to keep him fresh because he did have a lot of work last year, and they're poised for a decent season. Titans are so. And they're going to want to keep him fresh for that playoff run again because I'm sure they'll run him 30 times.
Yeah. All right. So then after that, we lost Brandon Ayuk. Matthew Stafford finally went. Look at that. You look at that, guys. 13th round, Matthew Stafford and Ben Roethlisberger are both available. So, yeah. We took Wentz, up in the 8th or 9th? 8th round? I think it was 8th. 9th round? Yeah. So, and we were debating between Wentz and Stafford. So All right, Brendan Ayuk.
Hard to guess that he would still be available here in the 4th or 13th, though. Yeah.
Yeah, or that Daniel Jones would go ahead of him. All right, Stafford, then Jamal Williams, Ben Roethlisberger, A.J. Dillon, Michael Pittman, Royce Freeman, Hunter Renfro. And here we go, tight end run. T.J. Hawkinson, Jack Doyle, Joe Burrow, Carlos Hyde, Jonnu Smith, Ian Thomas, Chris Thompson, Dallas Goedert, Giovanni Bernard, Eric Ebron, Denzel Mims, and Paris Campbell. Now, one little side note for you guys is that by not taking or putting defenses and kickers into our league, there are picks that are being made where usually the mock would have somebody taking
defense
like the Bears defense in the 8th round and the New England Patriots defense in the 9th. Like these are picks that are not being made, and instead higher value picks are going off the board.
Yep.
Make sure that you set your mock draft up exactly like your league is set up, so that you have a better idea of the exact manner in which picks are occurring. Okay. This is just because we're not going to waste your time with showing you those picks.
Right.
All right. So where are you leaning here? Going wide receiver?
How many roster? How many people do we have on our roster here?
We've got 6 wide receivers and 5 running backs.
So let's go ahead and look at running back real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty thin there. As far as who I would consider, it's Damian Harris, maybe Rashad Penny. At wide receiver, I still like Fitzgerald and Westbrook here.
All right, pick one of those.
It's entirely possible that Randall Cobb
4 seconds.
does well. I'm going to go with Westbrook because I think that he's wide receiver 2, whereas I think Fitzgerald's going to finish wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it gave us a B this time. It does what it does. It really hates our bench. Look at that. Wow. I don't know why. Whatever, that is fine with me.
It's because we don't have a second QB on our bench.
That's probably what it is.
I mean, we don't draft second QBs. I mean, that's probably why they don't. I mean,
that is a deficiency in this grading system, and that's really what the score. I mean, look, the difference between there and there is it's like 75, 80.
Because our starters are,
yeah. But we built our starters up by doing something that way.
All right, so team roster here.
Yep. All right, so we ended up with Carson Wentz, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs. That's a pretty solid 1-2 right there. DJ Moore, Devontae Parker, DJ Chark as our wide receivers.
We're hoping for upside on those wide receivers. You know what I mean? Like
a little bit, but I think that we're pretty solid there. They're all wide receiver 1 on their team. We know that the Dolphins are going to pass a lot. We know that the Jaguars are going to pass a lot. And we believe the Jaguars. Jaguars. And then we believe that Carolina is going to pass a decent amount too. And look, DJ Moore in an offense that was throwing using QBs that were, Kyle Allen, and then Christian McCaffrey was the guy, right?
Yeah.
And still DJ Moore performed. So I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Then we've got in our flex, we have Kareem Hunt. And then our bench that they don't like, it's probably because we are a bit thin there. We took chances on guys who we believe in performing, and that's Marvin Jones.
Our first few guys on this bench, though, is Marvin Jones.
I think they're underrated. I think they're underrated. They
really are, because like we said, like those are some really high upside. But whenever you get towards the double-digit rounds, once again, you want to take dart throws, but they're educated dart throws that have high upside. That's why I think we mentioned previously, like Jamison Crowder came up. He's in a double round type player, but in PPR, maybe he has upside, but in non-PPR, there's no upside. I mean, that's what you want to do is educated dart throws. And if you find a guy that you like, keep it going. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to take them. They're on your bench. You're not expecting them to break out and be like, wide receiver 1. That's hard to do for a guy that was on your bench that you drafted in double-digit rounds.
Yeah. I mean, we could strike gold here. I mean,
exactly.
Marvin Jones, I think, is a phenomenal pick. And N'Keal Harry could be wide receiver 1 for that team. Yep. It's entirely possible, in fact. And then Boston Scott. Look, if Miles Sanders misses any time, guys, Boston Scott is a QB or is a running back 1 in this league. Like, he is going to perform. He's going to step right in the same way. You've at minimum got a high-end running back too, at minimum. D.D. Westbrook, Allen Lazard, and Durant Evans there.
Two Jaguar wide receivers.
That's fine. We're taking a shot there. We're seeing what's going to happen. And you know what? Minshew throws a good deep ball. I'm fine with that.
He does, man.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Look, you can hate all the bluster and the hype and all that stuff. I like him because I think he's good for the league. As far as fantasy, he's not a guy I'm picking. And
not yet.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, he's somebody you consider in a 2 QB league or a super flex league.
Yeah.
But
we haven't had a guy like him in the league in a long time too. Like you said, it's good to have him, somebody like him in the league.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's it for us. We've finished this one up, as you can see, and we are going to, close this one out. We're going to hit you with a couple more mocks before the week is over, I think, here, and finish up the midsummer mock week strong. And so, we'll kill it. All right. So if you would go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment.
Let us know how we did. Let us know if you didn't like our team or, what changes you would have made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like what picks do you think that we missed out on? Is there somebody that you saw us, slide past and ended up going that we should have grabbed? Let us know. All right. So remember, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you click the bell so you get notified every time that we upload the best fantasy football podcast on the internet. Thank you again for being a fan of The Upside, and we will see you next time.
See you.